Adonis Creed is back on the big screen with Creed 2. This brutal boxing flick has a lot of tie-ins, revelations and reveals, and throughout this video I'll be discussing everything that you need to know about the movie. There will of course be heavy spoilers, so if you want to go into the film with fresh eyes, then I suggest that you turn off now. For everyone else, welcome to the channel where I ruin it so you don't have to. After proposing to Bianca and becoming heavyweight champ, Creed seems like he's on top of the world until he's challenged by Viktor Drago. For those who've been living in the wilderness under a Rocky IV, did you say what I did there? And don't know the backstory, in 1985 boxer Ivan Drago murdered Apollo Creed in a boxing bout. In the same year, Rocky managed to defeat Drago, avenge his fallen friend, and pretty much end the Cold War between America and Russia. Flash forward 33 years and Apollo's son, Adonis, seeks to also avenge his father by beating Viktor. Juxtaposing this, the Dragos want to redeem their name after the defeat at the hands of the Italian Stallion, and this is a grudge match of epic proportions. This is because after losing the bout in Russia, the Dragos were shunned by society to the point that Drago Sr.'s wife left him, and this seems like the only way to redeem their name once and for all. At its heart, this is a tale about fathers and sons. Drago pushes his son to the limit in an attempt to right his wrongs, whereas Rocky tries to rekindle his relationship with his own child in order to ensure that he does not make his son repeat his failings as a father. Rocky is very self-aware of his mistakes and too becomes more of a father figure to Adonis, even going so far as attempting to stop him from fighting Viktor as he suspects he may lose. When Adonis ignores his advice, Rocky quits and leaves Adonis to his own devices. The fight goes ahead, but with Rocky not fighting his corner, Adonis is almost beaten to death. Adonis manages to win due to disqualification on Drago's part, but it's clear to everyone that he was no match for the Russian. Similar to his father, Adonis refused to have the towel thrown in for him, and this theme reoccurs throughout the movie. To me, the film is about knowing one's limits and how if we go dangerously beyond them, then we are doomed to fail. Rocky feels a lot of guilt for never throwing the towel in for Apollo, and this is the reason why he didn't want to go through that again with Adonis. After the fight, Adonis spirals into a depression, and you really get the sense that similar to the Dragos, the fighter's reputation is over and in desperate need of redemption. Of course, the character returns and manages to best Drago in the final fight, and this is because Drago Sr. throws in the towel for his son, which showcases that Drago Sr. is aware that he could be on the opposite side of a boxing match that ends in a death. Personally, I think he doesn't want to live with the regret that Rocky had to when he inadvertently led to Apollo's death, and it's quite a mature finish for the ex-fighter. He realises that the fact that he would push his own son to his death potentially in order to redeem his own failings is a selfish desire, and I thought it was a turn that went far deeper than the simple win I was expecting for Creed to get in the film's final fight. In the prior fight, Drago Sr. saw what his son was capable of, and he knew that travelling down this path would lead to regret and remorse. It's a very intelligent way to end the film and something that I wasn't expecting, and in my opinion it elevated it massively. Creed 2 is another example of a film where I'm disagreeing rather heavily with the critics. I really enjoyed it and thought that it built on the prior films well. Whilst it does require a lot of pre-knowledge and the movie is packed with Easter eggs and ties to Rocky IV, it still does things good enough on its own to be a notable addition for the franchise and feels like a step in the right direction. So, what were your thoughts on Creed 2? Do you think it lived up to the prior films in the Rocky franchise, and what would you like to see in the sequel? Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it and make sure you check out my breakdown of last week's big drama, Widows. This is a channel for people who are mad into movies, so if you want to be kept up to date with all the latest news, reviews, spoiler talks and more, then make sure you hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Definition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace!